Welcome back to our channel, your source for the newest news and undisclosed narratives about Catherine, the Princess of Wales, and her royal family. Today, we give you exciting news. Catherine stuns world in most glamorous, glittering outfits, and she's sweet and classy. Few outfits worldwide can render a whole press corps motionless. But Catherine, Princess of Wales, has cultivated a decade-long practice of doing just that via fabric, crystal, and illumination. Her talent for intelligent glamour, as former Vogue editor Alexandra Schulman described it, converts sequins into diplomacy, metallic brocade into soft power communication, and repurposed dresses into exemplary lessons in contemporary sustainability. Fashion writers sometimes characterize Elizabeth as the Windsor family's resident alchemist. Once she graces a red carpet, unrefined cloth seemingly transforms into lustrous mercury. Below, stylists, historians, and textile specialists analyze 19 of her most remarkable sparkling moments, demonstrating how Catherine has subtly redefined the standards of royal evening attire. The discussion of royal allure often starts with Malaysia in September 2012, during the couple's Diamond Jubilee visit to Southeast Asia. The former Duchess appeared at a state dinner adorned in a moon-hued Jenny Packham silk chiffon column, embellished with chrysanthemum-shaped crystal, applique S, and silver bugle beads. Whereas previous Windsor dresses used rigid taffeta, Packham's ethereal bias cut embraced the body, enabling the garment to flow rather than swish. British milliner Jane Taylor recalls being within meters away and seeing the twinkle, stop, twinkle phenomenon when Catherine traversed the illuminated areas under the chandeliers, each bead momentarily dulled, then burst into brilliance under the subsequent spotlight like a firefly. The optical choreography, she asserts, is intentional. Packham's atelier meticulously adjusts bead placement by capturing images of a toil beneath flashbulbs at 20-degree intervals. Advance 18 months to April 2014 at the Sydney Opera House. Catherine welcomed the Australian public in an ice blue L.K. Bennett dress during the day, then appeared that evening in a custom inky navy Jenny Packham adorned with cascading silver fern motifs, an overt homage to New Zealand, the first destination of the trip. Textile historian Dr. Phoebe D'Souza elucidates that each fern leaf was crafted in bullion thread so densely that it resembled sheet metal, a technique derived from the ceremonial uniforms of the guards. The gown, including a delicate fishtail hem, harmonized rigidity and grace, an embodiment of what D'Souza refers to as martial femininity, a nuanced expression of a future queen adept at displaying national symbols without seeming a mere flag. The Pakistan journey in October 2019 provided Catherine with her most explicit instruction in color diplomacy. She appeared at Islamabad's National Monument in a bespoke green Jenny Packham gown, adorned with multicolored crystals designed to reflect the nation's star and crescent emblem. The silhouette, subtly referencing the shawl-work kameez, included an integrated dupatta that cascaded from the shoulders to the floor. Local designer Maheen Khan remarked that Catherine shone more cultural study in one dress than many brands achieve in whole seasons. Hours later, social media from Karachi to Cardiff was inundated with split-screen montages juxtaposing Catherine's emerald dazzle with the illuminated domes of the monument, demonstrating that attire can convey respect across countries within a 280-character limit. However, it was the Bond premiere in September 2021 that activated the full might of Hollywood's influence. Constructed from 5 meters of sequin tully and liquid gold, Jenny Packham's cape gown required approximately 1,500 hours of manual beading. The lead seamstress of the atelier subsequently admitted that the cape panels required applique after assembly. Every misaligned sequin would compromise the drape's fluidity. Catherine's Aquazzura Celeste pumps were custom dyed to a metallic Pantone, with their Swarovski-encrusted heels resembling vertical jewelry. As reported by Women's Wear Daily, the gown elicited 24.8 million social media engagements within 48 hours, eclipsing all other ensembles at the premiere, including Billie Eilish's black Gucci suit, so establishing Catherine as the unequivocal fashion focal point of the evening. In March 2022, 6 months later, Montego Bay showcased a tropical contrast with the Barbie pink light sleeper gown from the renowned label The Vampire's Wife. Creative director Susie Cave modified her distinctive ruffled cuffs into more understated bias-cut flounces and substituted the brand's customary ankle-length hem with an elongated train. Fashion psychologist Shakila Forbes-Bell observes that high-saturation pink may evoke feelings of openness and warmth, an astute strategy in a trip influenced by Republican mood. Catherine completed her ensemble with Oneida diamond drop earrings sourced from the Queen's vaults, forgoing a necklace to allow the square neckline to stand out. According to Rachel Topping of Harper's Bazaar, such restraint exemplifies Catherine's most remarkable skill, recognizing when the garment is the true centerpiece. Not every brilliance need a new acquisition. In May 2022, the princess attended a garden party at Buckingham Palace, wearing the same sky blue Michael Kors coat dress previously worn at Ascot in 2017. This day, however, she enhanced the outfit with a new crystal-encrusted Jane Taylor hat and molten silver leather Jimmy Choo Mimi shoes. By adding sparkle to a pre-existing garment, she reinforced her sustainability mantra, one that resonated months later at the Earthshot Prize in Boston when she wore a leased bottle green Solace London gown from Hugh RR complemented by Queen Mary's Art Deco emerald necklace. The vintage gem rental garment sent a message of true circular economics, although adorned with Cartier-level stones. Many say that the orb of glamour radiates its most intense brilliance when Catherine encounters Jenny Packham. The labels Georgia, the Pakistan Emerald, and into Eclipse, a dark blue adorned with disc sequins for the 2019 Royal Variety Performance, feature prominently in a collection that also encompasses the 2017 Silver Ice Chip gown for the same event. The garment, consisting of 30,000 micro-paillette sequins affixed to organza, produced an effect that stylist Rochelle White compares to falling snow under theater lights. She observes that Packham deliberately arranges bigger paillettes along the center front to enhance the vertical shimmer, a technique that elongates the body. Catherine's prowess in glitter reaches well beyond Packham. The Alexander McQueen Silver and Ivory BAFT, a gown from February 2020, crafted from recycled organza adorned with glass seed beads, showcased McQueen's medallion embroidery, evoking Sarah Burton's Savage Beauty collection. The rigid shoulders juxtaposed with the softer goddess cape of Packham's Bond design 6 months later, illustrating Catherine's capacity to delineate her evening wear identity, McQueen for cerebral artistry, Packham for unreserved brilliance. The needle and thread ruby tulle gown worn by Catherine during the UK Africa investment event in January 2020 at Westminster is noteworthy. Founder Hannah Coffin said that each petal embroidered on the tiered skirt took 11,000 hand stitches and was then heat-pressed to get a tiny curl like authentic geranium petals. Catherine's ensemble included a cohesive all-red palette, complemented by ruby Soru earrings, a Jenny Packham Casa purse, and Gianvito Rossi pumps, a monochromatic approach advocated by stylist Natasha Archer to enhance visual impact while minimizing accessory clutter. Her inclination for reusing garments is evident in this palette. Remember the Bollywood Gala ensemble from the 2016 India tour, which was reinterpreted in 2020 with a modified neckline and new Van Cleef and Arpels earring. Fashion sustainability proponent Livia Firth commended the initiative, emphasizing that wearing a luxury item 3 times significantly reduces its per-wear carbon footprint, in contrast to acquiring a new dress sent from Paris. Catherine, whether intentionally or not, has become as a symbolic figure for the 30 Wears initiative, promoted by Firth's Eco-Age consultancy. Accessories are essential secondary elements. Catherine's Jimmy Choo Romy Degrade Pump Silver transitioning to gunmetal have complemented no less than 6 sequined outfits. Renowned shoemaker Jimmy Choo previously told Tatler that the gradient glitter conceals unavoidable toe creases, so extending the lifespan of the shoes. Queen Mary's Lover's Knot Tiara, Catherine's preferred diadem, refracts light through 19 dangling pearls. Jeweler David Thomas describes the design's movement as reminiscent of a chandelier in motion, enhancing the brilliance of otherwise matte satin gowns, such as her white McQueen at the 2023 Jordanian royal wedding. A notable but overlooked element in Catherine's collection is the blue Jenny Packham gown, which she repurposed for a Buckingham Palace supper in March 2020, having first used it to strengthen UK Nordic ties in 2018. The delicate periwinkle foundation is adorned with matching sequins and then embroidered with sapphire crystals to provide a gradient depth Packham's hallmark shadow sparkle method. Accompanied in 2020 by the Queen Mother's sapphire and diamond fringe earrings, the garment epitomized monotone splendor. Regarding sapphires, in 2013, Catherine captivated at the Tusk Conservation Awards at 8 weeks post the birth of Prince George, adorned with a sage silver Jenny Packham gown embellished with Swarovski crystals along the Empire line, deliberately positioned to divert attention from any postpartum contours. Parenting sites overflowed with acclaim. New moms referred to the appearance as post-baby sparkle goals, emphasizing Catherine's twin identity as a style star and a sympathetic persona. Her brilliance extends even to maternity apparel. At the BAFTAs in February 2018, Catherine, 7 months pregnant, seemed gorgeous in a bespoke forest green Jenny Packham gown adorned with a black velvet empire belt and embroidered shoulders. Black velvet ribbons acknowledged the evening's Time's Up theme, while sequin shoulder embellishments maintained her sparkle quotient. Maternity couture seldom extends beyond matted jersey, observes Grazia's India Doyle, exemplifying Catherine's ability to transform daily elegance into expectant forms while maintaining sartorial coherence. No account of Catherine's dazzling dresses can overlook her first standout piece, the blush pink Jenny Packham she wore at the ARK Gala dinner in June 2011, just after her wedding. The dress, adorned with rose gold sequins and scalloped at the bust, indicated from the outset that she would use dazzle not as ostentatious luxury but as sophisticated emphasis. Caroline de Guillet, curator of the Fashion Museum Bath, subsequently obtained a duplicate for its Dress of the Year collection, contending that the gown embodies the optimism of post-wedding Britain and the emergence of a distinctly contemporary Duchess style. In November 2015, Catherine's entrance at the state banquet, adorned in a crimson Jenny Packham gown and the Queen Mother's lotus flower tiara, thrilled live Chinese viewers from half a globe away. Chinese fashion writer Heng Yuan noted that the Art Deco petals of the tiara included Mandarin-style lotus iconography, seen as a cross-cultural olive branch. Packham coordinated the design with red glass beads in tiny lotus patterns on the dress's bodice, an Easter egg detail that led Chinese social media users to refer to Catherine as the Lotus Princess. In addition to sequins, she explores foiled lace, as seen during a Royal Variety performance in 2019. The cobalt dress, labeled as fully sequined, used reflective foil printed on guipure lace, resulting in a 30% reduction in weight compared to conventional palette embroidery. On-stage lighting technicians subsequently acknowledged that they reduced the spotlight intensity by 2 stops to avoid Catherine being overexposed on television, an unintended indication of the gown's brilliance. Catherine's approach is strategic rather than ostentatious, despite the show. Fashion analyst Hilary Alexander invented the phrase responsible glitz to characterize her method of balancing extravagant embellishments with closed necklines, long sleeves, or antique jewelry. Her most radiant appearances never reveal more than the collarbone and forearm, a decision Alexander asserts prevents sequins from descending into Gatsby pastiche. The gold bond premier dress, for example, had a cloak that concealed all flesh from the nape to the wrist, making the deep V neckline spectacular but not risked. Her most recent triumph, the December 2023 Kensington Palace Diplomatic Corps event, showcased a frosty mint Jenny Packham gown adorned with iridescent bugle beads set in feather motifs, complemented by Queen Mary's lover's knot tiara and Princess Diana's Collingwood pearl drop. Earrings, each feather design originated at the waist and radiated outward, directing the sight upward toward her tiara, a visual cue indicating to diplomats whose court they were entering. What is the next destination for Catherine's sparkly lexicon? Insiders suggest that she and Packham have been innovating with biodegradable sequins derived from eucalyptus cellulose, therefore integrating sustainability with high-end elegance. If accurate, the princess would integrate environmental principles with high-profile influence, a notion first suggested when she leased her Solace London gown in Boston. Ultimately, Catherine's resplendent dresses have a purpose beyond mere photographic appeal. They alleviate tensions, promote British workmanship, enhance developing brands, and convey diplomatic signals silently. In a time when royal significance is assessed by engagement metrics, she has strategically used allure to capture worldwide attention, exercising it with the prudence of a curator rather than the recklessness of a pop star. Catherine, adorned with gold sequins, reminiscent of Bond's Aston Martin or enveloped in emerald jewels reflecting Pakistan's flag, illustrates that brilliance may possess depth. In her hands, it transforms into currency, a manifestation of soft power, a dazzling testament to the coexistence of elegance and substance inside a singular, exquisite garment. Which of her 19 glittering masterpieces left you speechless? Was it the molten gold cape, the emerald tribute to Islamabad, the Barbie pink Caribbean spectacle, or even that first rose gold ARK moment of 2011? Kindly express your opinions here, and let us begin the illuminating discussion. Thank you for seeing, and as always, remain luminous.